Hiya, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris news. As temperatures reach a high of 36 degrees, Dream and Shine Brighter Parade is performed on a scaled-back version.
Frozen, a musical invitation, has reopened in the Art of Animation at Walt Disney Studios Park.
The annual pass office is now issuing return time tickets for AP renewals.
Annual pass preview dates for Avengers Campus have been announced.
Mobile order is now available to Kuna Matata. Matata.
You say matata.
I also
say potato.
I had exactly the same wobble as last week as to, is it Walt Disney Studios or is it Walt Disney Studios Park?
I wouldn't use the word park, I think it's implied.
Yeah.
Okay. An implied park. Hello, guys. How the devil are you? There's absolutely tons of you in the chat, all boasting about how little clothes you were wearing from what we saw earlier. People sat in the boxer shorts. First person on was Ginger Fox 83, who is currently sat in Folkestone, waiting for the 5:20 train to Disneyland Paris. I mean, how exciting is that?
It's pretty exciting.
Has anybody else got a trip booked this week? Is anyone going before Ginger Fox? I.e. in...
Nope.
I'm just testing the sound.
i.e. before 5:20 tomorrow morning. I highly doubt it, unless you're there already. Anybody? Right. How are you, Chris?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, we did a run today.
You did a run?
Another one, yeah.
Who was chasing you?
Lucas was chasing me, actually. We did a 3K. We did Run for Life. You know, Lucas has raised over £400.
That's amazing.
Right, yeah, he's done really well.
Do you have an applause thing?
No, I don't have a
panel.
applause,
You
actually.
should do.
No, you haven't sponsored us, no.
Can we just slip you some cash?
You can slip me some cash, or you could just follow the link and sponsor it on there.
Oh,
then you can sponsor
do it.
Lucas.
Like
Yeah,
everyone
still do it.
else
All right.
does, yeah.
You
I
can
think
still do it.
we meant to. We just forgot, I think.
Yeah. Well, Lucas ran it in under 20 minutes, 3K in under 20 minutes, which I think's pretty decent for a 9-year-old kid.
Really good.
Chris told me we're in a running group messenger, and he told us that his mum did it in 13 minutes.
Yeah, she didn't. I meant 30.
He meant 30.
It's that kid that, you know, when you ask kids what's 10 plus 20 and they say 13.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happened.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, bless
And I'm
you,
seeing the
cotton
doctor about
socks.
my leg on Thursday.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I am definitely going to the gym this week
I
and
can start
stopping
running
to
again.
eat full tubs of Ben and Jerry's while watching Obi-Wan Kenobi. I am definitely doing that.
I feel like I'm making you feel guilty about yourselves.
You
and your
are.
lack of fitness.
Well, I always said, give me the updates, Chris, because it spurred me on to start. And then I was so spurred on that I overdid it, and I haven't been able to run for 6 months because I hurt my leg.
Oh, poor
Gutted.
you.
Well, my brother-in-law Tony's going to run the Abbey Dash with me. Where we've had this discussion today, and now I've put it on air. It's out there for all to see, so he has to do it.
You hear that, Hugh? Even Tony's running. Come on.
I'd love to be running. I've got a stress fracture.
Got an excuse.
Got a
I've got
dicky
an
leg.
excuse.
It's got
I
a
have,
dicky
I have.
leg.
I think it should be called Run for Your Lives, and they should release some dogs.
Do you want to do
Now-
a roll call?
Yeah.
Really do.
Who are they? All aboard, please. We have, first in the chat was Ginger Fox, who said, currently sitting in the Folkestone premiere in just my boxers. Ginger Fox. Waiting to get the 5:20 a.m. train in the morning. Woo! Exciting. Mark Riley was also sitting in his boxer shorts in the living room because the wife in the bedroom has COVID. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Hope she's okay.
And did she sneeze on your trousers? Is that why you were sat in your boxer
Does it help with the
shorts?
treatment if you?
He's getting
Yeah.
up. He's getting up at 6:10 in the morning. So, Leanne says she's currently laying in bed feeling sorry for herself because it's her birthday tomorrow and she's feeling old.
Oh, no. How old, Leanne? Oh, can we ask that? No, maybe you shouldn't answer that.
Rather than
But-
asking her age, what we could do is cheer her up a bit.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy Happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
How many Chris's are actually singing on that track?
Oh, I don't know. Same as all of them.
Is that like five
20 of us.
five Chris's?
She also says Hannah would like us to say hello to her boyfriend, her one and only boyfriend. It's nice to have a boyfriend. Her one and only boyfriend, Ross. Hi, Ross. Because
Hi, Ross.
he's snoring right now. But he wishes he could have been watching, but he's snoring.
But do you
'Cause
know what?
He's got to get up at 2:30 for work.
Everybody
I love all these updates.
Times and boxer shorts.
Anyway.
that's the thread
Do
today.
you know what though, Hannah? Don't feel bad about your birthday because it only gets better. It does. I think we're all aging into ourselves, aren't we? Comfortably, like
Yeah.
spreading roots.
But anyway, the other people in the chat are Fando, John, Wits Wanderlust, Max here, Claire, Magical by Sarah, Arin, Daisy, Dougie plays, and Sarah's here,
Hello to all of you.
Yes.
Babe.
Emma Louise, Kelfie. Hello, all of you, all of y'all. I think that was everybody.
All y'all. And we can see from the numbers, there's probably some people lurking as well, but you don't have to make yourselves known. Just know that we appreciate you as well, even if you haven't.
Emma Ward's
typed
first time
something
watching
silly
live.
in the box.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Hi, Emma.
Emma. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
I think.
You think?
I don't know. Is
I
that
think.
is that the right thing to say when you're
think it's
when you're
lovely.
speaking into a void? Lovely to meet you.
I think.
Should we talk about some Disney? Oh, do you know what I did this morning? Quick
What did
plug.
you did?
I recorded an episode of The Disney Dream Girls with Michelle from The Disney Dream Girls. She invited me on as a guest. I was absolutely delighted because that's a podcast.
I thought you were going to say I was absolutely brilliant.
That's a podcast I've listened to since. They've been going a long time. I don't want to guess the length of time, but Michelle's really good at what she does. And I've been listening to them since before we even started podcasting. So it was really lovely to be on with her. And she's just as nice to chit-chat with as you would imagine she is. And we talked all about our trip and Disney Genie Plus and all those kind of things. So that will be released, I think, next Sunday if anyone wants to pop on over to Disney Dream Girls and have
Yeah.
a listen of that.
But don't forget to come back here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't go leaving us. We
And
listened,
critique it.
we listened to they had Len Tester on from the Disney Dish and touring plans. We listened to that on the way to Disneyland World, didn't we?
It's because we've got a 4-hour drive. I listen to quite a lot of Disney podcasts regularly, but I start to sort of squirrel them together for the drive on the way. And so I did as a little selection. We had a Disney Dish, we had a Chat Disney, and we had a Disney Dream Girls all sort of queued up for the drive.
Oh, nice.
So we all listened to it together on the way down.
We've also got George, Purple 37. He's a silent lurker, finally making it to a live show.
We love a secret silent lurker.
Silent, but
Silent, yeah.
sounds like silent but violent, doesn't it?
We should call them
Silent lurk.
secret lemonade drinkers.
Yeah.
That's an old reference.
Yeah.
I'm a secret lemonade drinker.
Right, shall we talk about Disney, and more specifically, shall we talk about the heat? It got hot.
Apparently, it got hot.
Yeah.
I was in the office, and by the time I made it out on the evening, it had gone cold again. So everyone was talking about how hot it was. I didn't feel
it
no
were
heat.
mafting.
It were muggy. It were muggy.
It's
It was so close.
Sarah's just asking, can I find the Dreamgirls podcast on YouTube? No, they are an old-fashioned podcast that released as a podcast. So I get them on iTunes. So I'm presuming that they'll be on like SoundCloud and Spotify and things. I can't guarantee it, but you'll be able to...
They're definitely on Apple.
Yeah,
because
that's
I've
where I
seen
get
them.
them.
I would think they'd be on Spotify, but I don't know.
Have a look
I don't
around.
actually know.
So it was 28 degrees in Yorkshire. And I was kind of laughing at because it had been on the news and we'd had emails from school and all that kind of saying make sure the kids bring water bottles and everything. It were blooming sweaty in my dance studio, I can tell you that. But I was also chortling a bit because it was 28 degrees. But my sort of sister-in-law, they haven't wet over the brush, not wed there, not met an honest woman of it yet. But yeah, my sort of sister-in-law, she was down in London and it was 35 degrees in London and it topped out in Disneyland Paris in 36 degrees. So much so that they did a scaled back version of the Shine Dream. I hate it.
Doodad.
Dream Doodad thingy bob. Dream and Shine Brighter parade.
That's
So-
96.8 degrees Fahrenheit,
Yeah.
which is Florida weather.
That's Florida right there.
That's a hot Florida.
And without the rain, we don't get the burn off in the afternoon, do we?
No.
Generally.
We got a little bit of rain, didn't we? The following day.
We did.
I
But-
wish.
I mean, it's right back down to like 15 degrees.
It's freezing
so-
today. It's freezing.
cold.
It makes sense at the upper end Fahrenheit because you think, you're getting towards 100 and it makes sense. It's 100 degrees today, but it just falls apart the lower down you get. I don't know what 70 feels like, but for us it's easy. 0 is freezing, 10 is mild, 20 is quite warm, and 30 is hot. It's dead easy.
Very easy, yeah. Very, very, very easy.
But what's the cold? I don't know.
Anyway, so there was no show stops on the parade. They'd kind of do a thing around the hub where they stop and get on the platforms.
Yeah.
And where people are not allowed to get engaged.
Cannot get engaged
You're
on those
not
platforms.
allowed to get engaged
No,
on those
no, no, don't
platforms.
get
That would be
engaged on those
naughty and bad.
platforms.
So they didn't do that. I also believe there'll be some characters that don't appear, and the dancers themselves will be slightly re-choreographed. I know that when we were there for the Jungle, what year was this, Huey? When we were there for the Jungle and Lion King Festival of the Mufasa thing?
Festivals of the Pride
Was it
Lands.
2018 or
will
was
it-
it 2019?
It's a good question.
It was.
I was going to say 2019. I think it's 2019.
Yeah.
When we went
Oh.
for Bonnie's birthday in August.
Yeah.
Yes.
A
Yes,
fifth
it was.
birthday, yes.
Yeah.
So when
There's
we
a trip report from that somewhere on the podcast.
when we were there for that, it was bear hot, I'm telling you. And not Baloo Bear, just bear hot. For those who aren't from Yorkshire, bear means very.
That's not Yorkshire.
Is that everywhere?
It's just youth speak from
Youth
about
speak.
10 years ago.
Do you know the trip report from that?
12
That would
years
be
ago.
that would have been our first proper DLP episode, wouldn't it? That
Was
trip
it?
Report? I think so, or somewhere around then. In fact, we did it as a trip report on the classic show, I think.
Or did we really?
Yeah.
Gosh.
And then in the September, that's when we
Before
started
DLP
doing this.
happened.
Golly.
So, yeah, it was very hot. And for the entire time we were there, which I think was, I think it was a good 4 or 5 day trip. It wasn't one of our little ones. The parade didn't go in its entirety for the whole time. So we saw that parade and it just kind of danced around the hub and went back into the castle. I seem to remember it didn't even go down Main Street. So we never really got
I'm
the
happy
idea
with that.
of what it should be. Yeah, I was. Because it was very vibrant. It was very colourful. But I think there was a lot fewer dancers. There was a lot fewer characters. And there was no stops on the little stages. So, yeah. But I think this has just been a one-day thing. I think it was only
Yeah.
Friday this time. I don't think it's going for the whole trip. I find it interesting, though, that Disneyland Paris does have to do this to accommodate for hot weather. But Florida doesn't. Now, I'm not going to be all like, oh, why do we have to do it in Florida? Doesn't. There'll be an answer. They'll build the costumes.
Cause, all right. It's just cause.
They'll build the costumes differently. They'll use different fabrics or different materials.
I like it in the
They'll
winter
prepare
when
for it.
all the princesses look like bodybuilders with all the
And they've all got
padding underneath the dresses.
polo neck sweaters under the little skimpy dresses. Yeah.
No, they're just prepared for it. It really bugs me when people complain when it snows here and they go, "Oh, a little bit of snow in the country has to come to it has to grind to a halt." Well, it's because we're not really used to it, are we? So we're not prepared for it, and we shouldn't be prepared for it because it's infrequent enough that it's not really.
Just like they've been saying
to
this
prepare
week
for.
that we're not prepared as a country for the number of heat waves we're going to get over the next 20, 30 years, and that
Well, we're
going to
not.
have to do something about it.
We're going to have to get aircon. I'd be down with aircon. Well, I don't
Ah.
know. It's bad for the planet, though. It's worse than central heating, you know.
Eco aircon.
Eco aircon.
Yeah.
Is that just where you get a goat to
Econ.
You
breathe
pay
on you?
someone to blow.
Yeah.
Yes, someone with very fresh
Banana leaves.
They're certified to have very fresh breath.
Like
Come round and blow on you.
a koala bear chews on eucalyptus.
Koala.
A koala.
What did you say?
Koala bear.
Koala bear.
It's not a bear, apparently.
Okay, yeah, okay.
A koala chews on eucalyptus.
Marsupial, mate.
And apparently they have
Truth.
very fresh breath because they chew on eucalyptus. So you could
Ah.
get
Is it
your
a
own,
marsupial? I better check this out.
get your own
Yes,
pet
it is.
koala
Yes, it is a
to come and
marsupial.
sit on like your bedside table and just breathe on you all night. Are
I'd
we getting
bet
a
my
little
Joey
off
on it.
Disney? Let me get you back on Disney. So yeah, the other thing I need to ask about this. There'll be some
Ask away.
engineers who know the answer to this. The railroad, Disney Railroad, was
yeah.
also shut because of the heat.
Interesting.
Do we have answers to that? Were the tracks expanding or something in the heat?
But trains run in heat normally, don't they? So it's more likely that something's overheating somewhere, or I don't know. If it's
Not an actual steam train, is it?
I think it might be actually.
Is it? As in run by coal and
Run
people
on steam
shoveling
and that,
things?
quite possibly, and that could have an impact. I
It's
guess. I don't know.
electric.
I don't
I've
know.
never-
It's electric.
You can usually
It's pulled by
smell
a
a
string.
steam.
I'm joking.
I think it's pulled by a string.
Yeah.
The smoke's all just literally steam.
And the person pulling the string, it was too hot to hold. Is that why?
That's pretty much it. Yeah,
Right.
that's my understanding.
Mark with a Q was saying if you want to get engaged at DLP, you now need to buy a Disney Premier engagement pass for the platform you upgrade. And if you want to get on the platform, you have to upgrade to Ultimate.
Yes, you do. Do you know?
Do we have to tell people that's a joke?
Don't know. We nearly talked about this last week.
Is it
didn't we?
responsible to
I'm not
say
entirely
that's
sure.
a good joke? You know.
Mark Riley
People
says
might not know.
expanding gauge or oversteaming.
Yes.
Your
That seems
terms.
likely to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've edited our Star Wars Galaxy's Edge vlog from Disney World this week. It's already up, you can watch it. But there's one point there where I'm kind of chatting away to the camera and then you hear, oh, like that. And I suddenly go and cut off. And it was because I was stood in between someone's engagement or like immediately next to
Didn't
it.
all
Like
Suze
right
do
there.
that as
Yeah.
well?
And I'm just vlogging away, oblivious to everything, going, oh, look, there's Chewie. And it was right in front of where Ray and Chewie do the thing
Yeah.
with the thing.
I walked through one with a pram while the friend was filming it. And Lucy said, you've just ruined someone's engagement. I shrugged.
You
'Cause,
see-
I can't walk around, being careful that people aren't getting engaged everywhere you look.
You see, I now understand why they tried to stand on that stage, because as romantic as it is in front of the castle, it's an absolute hive, isn't it? You're not going to have a moment of peace and quiet in front of that castle.
No.
To kind of, have a little tender moment.
Where would you propose?
In Disney World.
That's a good
Disneyland?
question.
That's a
It is.
really,
really
good
good
question.
Thank you.
Well-
should we save it for
Later in the
a
show,
little-
so we have
for
Yeah.
think about it.
or maybe for because we tend to have enough news at the moment, don't we? So we don't have features, but it'd be good to maybe.
We could
Well,
just
look.
talk about weddings.
Towards the end of today's
If we've got time for
show,
it today, we'll do it today.
We'll do
Yes.
it. But
Good.
people start putting suggestions in the chat and Hugh will write them down. Is that okay?
Will I? Don't tell me to do that.
But we'll come up with some ideas.
Yes.
Okay.
Wits Wanderlust has asked a segue question, so I'm just going to talk about this for a second.
Okay.
Hey, ole, it's showtime. Hold together. Your tiki 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 cup in your tiki 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 cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage. Now drink it up from your tiki 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 cup.
Yes.
He just said that my cup partially disappears. Now, we've known this for a long time, but actually, the green screen's never behaved as well as it does now. We've got this new camera, has it?
Yes.
And yeah, it's because it's a green tiki cup that
It looks
that
like a transparent
Hughes let me
glass.
use. It does. It looks like it's yeah.
Oh, is it what? Sorry, has it got? Oh no, it's just sarsaparilla. I thought it had some chocolate on it.
It's got sarsaparilla on it. Yes, I'm drinking sarsaparilla.
We're drinking sarsaparilla. Mine is in this ice cream goblet that was featured on an episode of Loki.
As seen on Loki.
It's not why I got it. I got it just because I saw them in Scarborough and I liked them, so I got some off eBay. It's got a happy face on one side and a angry one on the other. But actually, I was going to say, would anyone like some alcohol-free gin to go in their drinks?
Oh, would I?
Well,
No.
Yes.
no.
No, I don't like alcoholic gin. I don't know why I
Okay.
would.
Well, I was hoping you'd
want
say that because
non-alcoholic
I've only
gin.
got two.
what you smell it though?
Mm-hmm.
It smells like shampoo.
Smells like gin.
Tastes quite a bit like gin
Lucy's
as well.
even Lucy's got her a new strawberry tiki cup. It's not a tiki cup.
I know it's not a
We're
tiki
just using
cup,
tiki cup
but
as a,
I
as a,
really
as a
like my
catch-all term.
You could do with
strawberry.
the tiki glass, really, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know about me wanting to see the liquids and not
Exactly that, yeah.
trusting opaque.
I've been looking.
things.
I did actually think for your big birthday just gone that a tiki glass would have been a really good thing to get.
Why don't I use that one more regularly? I should use that one, shouldn't I? That's a transparent tiki
Could
glass.
work.
We're swapping glasses, Huey. Next
It's
week.
not done much to the flavour. What about you?
Yeah.
Well, sarsaparilla's quite
It's
a
not very strong in flavour, is it?
Yeah.
It is a clean G, non-alcoholic, crisp, dry botanical spirits. We got it on 2 occasions in a HelloFresh box as a free sample, so I've got 2 of them.
I just have to interrupt to tell you that Mark Riley has said in front of Car's road trip for the proposal. That's a
Wow.
ladies.
Wow.
Would Mark get a yes? That's the question.
Lewis Morgan says, Happy Father's Day, both. I think that's aimed at us.
Oh yeah, thanks, and so
All you dads out there.
all the fathers or people in a fatherly role. Happy Father's Day.
Except Darth Vader, you were a bad dad.
Bad dad.
You don't get a Father's
He had
Day.
he didn't have his mum at all,
Anakin.
did he?
Not really.
No, not for a second.
Anyway, come on, we've got
He
news to
meant
do.
the-
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've got 2 trip reports as well.
Oh gosh, right. Well, this one's quick. Frozen Musical Invitation has reopened at the Art of Animation. It's every 45 minutes from 10:30 to 6:45. If you are there, we've been to have you been to this?
No.
Me and Bonnie have been to this. It's
No.
It's cute, it's fine, they're quite close to you, they sing a couple of songs, the animatronic of Sven, or is he a puppet, I'm not sure, but it's really good. However, it does get phenomenally long waits, and if I'm really hands down honest with you, if you go and you're going to have to wait for more than one show, as in more than 45 minutes, I wouldn't do this. If I'm really honest, there are better ways to spend your hour and a half than waiting for 2 lots of those shows. But if you do get a chance to do it, if you get to do the first show of the day, or maybe the queues are a bit lighter on one day when you're there, it's sweet. It is sweet and it's nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pauline's going in 41 days.
Hey.
40, that can't be far off when we're
No,
going
it can't,
41
can it?
days.
That just made me think that, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, what date is that, Pauline?
I've got my
Just to save
countdown
me
on
having to
here.
look. I did have
I'm
my
gonna go.
countdown.
Who can get the countdown first?
Well, I can't because I have to log into the DLP.
Right, I'll
doodad.
get the
What's it?
next piece thing. Oh, the annual.
We're about 50 days away, aren't we?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that.
Annual Pass Office is now issuing return tickets, like you get, well, not like you get the deli, but with a time slot on them for AP renewals. Thank the Disney gods, because how long did we stand in that queue last August?
It was a good 45 minutes or something. It was long enough for it to be a pain
A pain. When we'd
in the
left,
sun.
we were travelling with another family that time as well, and we'd kind of left them and said, "Oh, we'll be back in a bit. We're just going to get the annual passes," and it was a long time, and that's been a big complaint.
We
from a
probably
lot
said
of
on the
people.
on the trip report how long it was. So I'm just trying to remember. But it
feel
felt
like
like about 45 minutes or something.
even longer, 50 days
For me, yeah. So that's
Must be 48
for you
for
guys.
us.
Yeah. That's exciting, isn't it?
Can't believe it. So that's good. So you just go to the annual pass office and you get a little slip that says come back at 1:30 or whatever. So at least you can go and come
boarding
back
pass.
again. Yeah, you get a boarding pass. Thing is, because it's out of the park now, if you went and they gave you a slot that was like 45 minutes in the future, that'd be a bit of a pain to then go back in the park and back out again. Because it's almost like a 15-minute walk back in. But, it's better than standing there. You could go up to the World of Disney or something, better than standing there doing nothing, I suppose.
So Ginger Fox just put propose under Buzz, and Mark Riley said under Buzz is nuts. And then Sarah Curry said propose in the Premier Access queue for Crush. I mean, if you went in the normal queue for Crush, you'd have plenty of time to do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and you could say something like, ever since I was first crushing on you, I mean, something like that.
Wouldn't you go,
Will you marry me?
is that what you do?
Lucy looks like she has no idea what you're doing.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Right. Okay.
When I first met you, I was like, whoa. And then I was like, whoa.
No, I would say yes to that one. That's cute. Right. AP dates for Avengers. Oh, this is exciting. I'm going to tell you why it's exciting. AP preview dates for Avengers Campus have been announced.
Ooh.
I went also, just dogs could hear me then, didn't I? So it's the 16th of July for Infinity Pass holders, and then the 17th, 18th and 19th of July for Magic Plus and Infinity Pass holders. The slots will go. They are giving out slots as opposed to full days. It doesn't say how long the slots are, but it does say that you can book dining at the same time, and it will be 90 minutes after your slot begins. So they've probably got a set number per slot, and you have to say whether or not you want it. So let's say you get a 2 o'clock slot, your dining reservation will be 3:30. So that seems a pretty good way of doing it without people all fighting over getting different dining
They've
reservations.
actually branded them Slotso Hugs to keep it Disney.
And they'll be able to manage the numbers and the turnaround of tables a lot easier doing it that way, I think. But they have confirmed that both the snack carts and Stark Kitchen will be open as well. Not Stark Kitchen, Stark Factory.
Yeah.
Pim Kitchen, Stark Factory. They've said nothing about Restaurant de Cascadeurs that they told us what it was going to be. Can you remember what it was going to be?
Okay, diner. Something. That's not that. That's not what it is.
Was it the Super Cafe?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. We did it on the
Something
news
very
last week.
DC and not at all Marvel.
Yeah. You guys listen to us. You should know the answer
So
to
we
this.
just go back and watch the last episode and find out what the answer is.
Yeah.
please.
But that wasn't actually mentioned in the press release. It did say other food locations will be open, and then it said the snack carts and that. Anyway.
You did actually
hope we'll
wake
be on.
Lewis's dog.
Did I?
Patrick, our resident fact checker, has popped in to say it's just a test, still a bit trial and error. You can choose your slot as long as they're available, subject to change. Just a test.
It's quite a good idea, though, I think, isn't it?
It is.
So have you booked? Are you going?
No, because this is the next bit of the news. The release.
Calm down, Chris.
I'm trying not to say the word slot anymore because Hugh's eyebrows started going. But you can book your time allocation on the 30th of June.
Mm-hmm.
So I will be. This is me announcing this now. And how many times I'll say I'm going and then I don't go. But I will be on the computer on 30th of June to see if I can get a slot. I can't take Hugh. I can't take Bonnie. They're working in school.
Bonus.
But I'm just thinking it may be worth a really quick sort of train ride one night in Ibis budget and back again to just be the first there and be able to come back and tell you guys everything as soon as possible. That would just
And
be
rub
brilliant.
it in our faces.
And I would just love to. And also, I'm probably will try not to spoil it because you two will both be going the week after. So I'll try and keep it as spoiler free as I can. But obviously, this might not happen. We don't know how quickly the slots will go. It's just an idea. It's just an idea. But we will see. Claire says I can take her instead. Well, do you know what? Once I get my time allocation, I might just say who else is going because it'd be nice to meet up with some people.
Do you know what we need to do?
We do
then?
know quite a lot of people on the circuit.
We were talking about this in our little messenger group this week, but we need to get some stickers sorted. So we've got so if you happen to spot us at anywhere at all, we'll always have stickers in our pockets. And you can have a sticker because everyone loves a sticker, don't they?
Yes, but we have to slap it on your head and then run away.
Oh.
Yeah, they go, "Are you 37?" And we go, "Yeah, smack!" And then we leg
Leave
it.
us alone.
So that is exciting. It's exactly 4 days prior to the opening. So it's not the kind of soft opening. I mean, presumably they're doing cast member soft openings, press openings and things like that. But these aren't soft openings where they try the rides and then close again for a couple of days so they can tweak things and adjust things. This is basically an opening because they've not allowed any adjustment time between. Ooh. So, yeah. But I'm excited. I would really like to be there. I hope. So
Emma Ward says she really hopes you'll get a slot, Lucy. Can't wait to hear about it. Mark Chester says, Tiki T-shirt for me. We'll pay good money for one.
yeah. Are they coming?
Yeah, it just, I know I was saying I'm busy, but in particular, like this week and next week, and then hopefully it should open up a bit and I can do things like this.
Have fun again.
Yeah.
He's been catching up with Beano after being away for 2 weeks because the Beano don't never stop.
Beano's, stuff for the theatre.
Where people put the wrong playwright on a poster.
Yeah, although I was just as much to blame for that because, as I told you, Dad, I must have, in my research, seen the name John Godber about nine times, and it still never clicked.
So our theatre's doing Up and Under 2, the theatre that we're involved in, Up and Under 2, the play. And the original play was written by John Godber, but the sequel, Up and Under 2, according to our programme, was written by Peter Quilter. It's a bit of a non-story, this. It really is a non-story.
Was it in the programme as well?
You had to redo
No,
a
it's not in the
You had to
programme.
redo a
Just
poster,
but
didn't you?
You had to redo a poster because I spotted
it took me literally 5 minutes to redo it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So mobile order is now available at I hiccuped in the middle of that. Hakuna Matata. So it joins Casey's Corner and the Hyperion Cafe in being the 3 locations that have mobile order. I'm loving how it keeps expanding though, and hopefully it'll come to as many quick service
I like
places
Hakuna
possible.
Matata.
Oh,
I know you do.
We've been twice.
I
I
prioritise
like it. It's a bit different. It's got a twist to it.
Do you know, we
Like
all know
it,
my favourite fast casual, I suppose, would be Lucky Nugget, but it's a go in and sit. It's a halfway point, isn't it?
halfway house, yeah.
Halfway house. Other than that, I'm going to go out and say my favourite quick service is Hakuna Matata. Quickly followed
I do
by
like Billy Bob's.
Chariot.
Pinocchio's.
too meaty at Billy Bob's. Too meaty. I like
Marionette.
Chateau de la Marionnette. So that would be my number 2. I do like Billy Bob's, but I just find the menu quite over-facing. You have to be really hungry, and then you have to go around a theme park with a belly full of meat. You know.
Belly full of meat.
But it's
Get us
good.
on some rides. Get this meat shaking down. Chicken.
Sarah Curry says Cafe de la Bruce wasn't open when they went.
No, it's been renovated. It's been renovated.
It better be open in August. What will we do?
The whole area was shut for a while, and now they've reopened the area so you can kind of get down and past and things. But the actual kiosk is still being renovated.
Are they doing Dole Whips there?
So there's no Dole Whips because that's where they were doing them. But we've got 48 days. It might reopen.
It's not mango anyway.
No, it's not mango. I've made my peace with that.
But why?
Apart from the fact that you're making a shirt that says
Mine's a mango whip.
While we're Siri.
Never forget. I'll put
I'm
a
talking
hashtag
to-
never forget underneath.
While we're talking about quick service kiosk things around the park, a new one, a very old one, has reopened after a very long time. So
Has
this
this
is.
ever been open when we've been there?
No, I don't think
Because-
it's ever been open, but I've seen the kiosk.
Because when we were told that this was reopening, I was like, "What?"
It was almost like they
Where?
said Pizza Planet had opened again.
Yeah.
It was that strange.
So it's.
I don't think it's ever been open. It's the Rocket Cafe, and we have a shot of their menu because there's a couple of things that excite me.
Someone sent us this as well, didn't they?
No, I
But we already
screenshot
did.
this.
Somebody did send us it. I'll find out. You start talking.
Okay.
But we
Or
did
just
already.
say me. If it was you, just say me in the old chat. It might have been
Okay.
Magical by Sarah.
First of all, we get the return of the Darth Vader and the Stormtrooper waffles, which, if you've heard me enthuse about them in the past, I am down to Chinatown with those. They are with the Nutella. That's me. That's my breakfast. I will be there in August. But
I'm loving this menu, man.
have you seen the 3 little nugget options at the top,
Yeah.
Huey? Because I thought you might have
Right.
something to say.
Have we got a picture of these somewhere that I can look at?
A bit close. Yeah, I've got it here. I'll expand it.
It was Magical by Sarah. I was right. Hooray.
So we're looking at. There's 3 pots of nuggets.
Chicken nugget?
Crispy chicken bites, €8, plain. But then there's fragments de Mustafa. Ooh, that's Mustafa's bites. I like fragments of Mustafa.
It's
they're
burning Anakin's arm.
cheddar cheese and jalapeno bites served with ketchup, mayonnaise, or mustard. Yes,
Yeah,
please.
they sound
And
good,
if you're
don't they?
listening, the little nugget type things that are cheese and jalapeno, but the crust is black.
Charcoal
Yeah.
black.
And then you can have a bit of both. Call it a cosmic duo or duo cosmique.
Nice.
Ooh, mais oui. For €9. Oh, man. I know it's just chicken nuggets, but I think a combination of just some ordinary chicken nuggets. Because I think a whole tub of those Mustafa bites. Oh, no, I don't know.
I think that'd be good. Do you think that'd be good?
Yeah, I do actually.
How big are the tubs? They're probably only as big as the tubs that you get the
salivating.
vegetables and cheese in.
Well,
aren't they?
like on the picture, they've got 6 nuggets. They've got about they've each got 6 nuggets in. So I don't know if there's any underneath or if that's about an average. But that's a nice little snack. That. And it's just something a bit different. I like it.
And the chicken nuggets are €8. The jalapeno ones are €10, and the little combo thing is €9 to split the difference.
half an hour.
Yeah.
You've also got the
Very
Yoda,
good. Very nice.
the Yoda shaped ice cream
Chicken
there.
nugget.
Now, ever since this isn't new, I can't remember where they were selling it before. It was probably
sat on your head.
Hyperion. Just move to the side a bit, Hugh, so we can see his body, his little chocolatey body. Now, if you're not watching,
That's
we'll
a
just
little
say,
bit disturbing.
if you remember, was it Funny Feet or Fancy Feet that we used to get back in the
yeah.
80s?
Funky feet.
Funky Feet. You used to get a foot-shaped ice cream on a stick from the ice cream van
Is
man.
it funny feet or funky feet?
Oh,
Whatever.
I can't remember.
Whatever.
It was a
Ice-
foot on an ice cream lolly.
A pink foot-shaped ice cream.
And I really, really liked those. They were my item of choice from an ice cream van. Well, this is that kind of dense-shaped ice cream, and I am down with that. I am down with the chicken nuggets. I am scared of jalapenos. I am down with the waffles, and Hugh is down with the jalapeno thing. So I think our family, I think we could get
Wait,
nearly everything
there's more,
on
though.
there.
There's Boba Fett shortbread, chocolate and hazelnut, and pistachio flavour.
Oh.
Yes, please. Or, best of all, a cornetto.
Funny feet.
Funny Feet, thank
Okay,
you,
funny
Chris.
feet.
So I think that as a family, we will be going there and getting a bit of a proper scram.
I'll have lunch here.
Yeah.
I'll have a snack
That sounds
pot.
good.
I'll have a waffle and an ice cream. I don't care.
And
I'm on
it
holiday.
It is round the side / back, left diagonal back of Space Mountain.
The only thing I'm worried about is it's in that area where no matter what time you go up, they go, oh, I'm sorry, we do not have the Han Solo. And you go, oh. And you're just getting a Mickey cookie.
I'm going to pick a little hole as well.
Yeah.
What colour is Darth Vader's helmet?
Black.
And what colour is Stormtrooper's helmet?
White.
So why is the icing sugar on Darth Vader and the chocolate on the Stormtrooper?
Fair
Can you choose to? You can choose to have either one, either way. Look, you
Yeah,
get
you
the
can,
option
yeah.
to do.
Oh,
sugar.
right,
So
okay,
you
that's
can do a
good.
Darth Vader,
That's
but
good.
then basically they're just different shapes, aren't they? So
Magical Basera says Yoda is yummy, tastes like marshmallow.
Ooh.
Ginger Fox says, are they Anakin's burnt bits for sale? They could
Yeah.
be bits taken
Fingers,
off Anakin's.
arms.
that's
toes.
put me off
Yeah.
now. That's put me off. I don't want burnt toes.
You were the chosen one, and now we've got to sell your bits in a little pot with jalapenos. Anakin.
Choice.
Oh dear. Right.
Select
Oh,
cuts.
good God. Chris, that's all I've got.
Okay.
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Oh, you want me to do my thing?
Do your thing.
We complain about the snacks. That whole place was just full of the kind of snacks we want to see more of proliferating around. We want to see profiteroles proliferating around the parks. Themed
I know
profiteroles.
we're like a broken podcast here. No, not broken record, broken podcast. But when you look at the pictures in Walt Disney Studios Park, there's some excellent snack ideas on the outside of them, but they're never, ever, ever open to have them.
I want to add to what I said before. I want I want a proliferation of profiteroles in my peripheral vision. Oh, God. Anyway, next.
Write it down and practice it.
No, let's not.
Okay, right. Moving on.
Audience Trip Roundup.
I have a couple of audience trip roundups today. And the first one we've got is from Helen Macro. And here it goes. I'm just going to jump straight in today. Why not, eh?
Macro report.
Why not? Okay. We've just got back from a 3-night trip staying in Davy Crockett Ranch. We've stayed before 20 years ago just for one night. Couldn't remember much about it, but very nice. A bit dated, but so much closer to the park than we remembered. 5 minutes drive to the car park. We used Infinity Parking with my son's pass. The park was extremely busy, but we got everything done we wanted. Couldn't get the 30th Spirit jersey anywhere, but we happened to notice one of our days the annual pass shop opened and my sister Sarah managed to buy the Small World Loungefly bag, which is gorgeous. I bought the animal print one as I couldn't get my Spirit jersey. Anyway, amazing trip again, and we've already booked for November. £378 for 5 of us in DCR again for 3 nights. Having the park days reserved for you is a massive relief. Glad you made it to Disney World. That's to you guys. Helen. Oh, and we dressed our grandson up most days.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
There you go.
That's a good tip on David Crockett Ranch.
That's what grandsons are for.
If you don't know about David Crockett Ranch, it is the kind of peg it as a campground. It's not a campground, it's cabins. Cabins in the woods. Bonnie loved it. Let's go to the cabins in the woods. And it's
there's a clip on the video of her going, like, just as the fireworks fading out, night, night, back to the cabin in the woods.
Yeah. We stayed there at Christmas and it was gorgeous because I took some fairy lights and a little mini Christmas tree and decorated the cabin, and it was so nice. But it's a good option for larger families. I think the cabins sleep up to 6. But you have to have a car, so it's a drive-in and drive-out situation. You get free parking at the park because you are hotel guests. But it's quite often a cheaper option. But the amenities are really good. The pool is really good. The restaurant was good.
The restaurant was good, yeah.
Got quite a big shop there, bigger than at normal places, because it's also got like food that you can self-cater with, like frozen pizzas in fridges and that kind of thing. So it's worth looking into if you plan on driving. If you don't, it's useless.
I presume it's better now, but at the time I remember having to going in and sitting in the lobby because the Wi-Fi was quicker there.
Uh-huh.
You remember? I had to go there just to like back up some videos. I had to sit in the reception for like 40 minutes while my videos uploaded because I just couldn't do it in the cabin.
That's quite possible because it's quite a spread out resort, and you know the hub
that
will
was
be...
4 years ago though, so hopefully it's better now. 5 years ago this Christmas.
Blimey. There we are. I've got another report. This is from Sarah Bird. Sarah Curry, who's in the chat at the moment. It does start by saying, I tried to make this as short as possible, but feel free to edit. I haven't edited it, Sarah. It's here in its entirety. But I've also just noticed that there are pictures at the bottom, so I'm really sorry, but I haven't got your pictures. That's rubbish, isn't it? Okay, here we go.
We'll describe them.
Yes, okay. My boyfriend and I flew from Birmingham to Charles de Gaulle at 10:30 a.m. on Monday the 13th of June, arriving at the hotel approximately 2 p.m. local time after 45-minute travel via Uber. Works out a similar price to Magic Shuttle if travelling as 2, cheaper if more people, around £45 each way. We had 2-day 2-park passes for 14th and the 15th of June, so Monday afternoon, evening was spent exploring Disney Village and the public areas of the Disney hotels. We stayed at Dreamcastle Apartment Hotel and would recommend it.
Can I just say that's a really good thing to do and a good way to spend your time if you don't have park tickets, is to go and visit the other hotels, because you're perfectly allowed to do that. And like that, we went to Marvel Hotel for a good sort of hour and had a little look round. We haven't stayed there, but fantastic place. And you might catch characters.
We had to check. We had to wear wristbands or something, didn't we?
You did.
It was COVID times.
Yeah, it was a COVID thing, that.
All right.
Monday evening meal was pre-booked for downtown buffet at Marvel Hotel. We emailed the hotel concierge about a month before and they managed to get us in. Really enjoyed the buffet and spent over an hour looking around the public areas of the hotel. Not in our price range at the moment to stay in, but definitely time well spent. So exactly the same what you just said as well.
Yeah.
Tuesday was the first part day. We purchased the photo pass, worth it for us as we ended up with around 20 pics from the rides, character meets and magic shots. We met Darth Vader, rode Star Tours, Buzz Lightyear, and then shared a large Mickey pizza meal at Bellanotte. I like it there, by the way, speaking of quick service. I really quite liked it there.
We haven't been.
And there's a nice area outside where you can sit, which if you time it right, and there's an afternoon parade type thing going on, like the Dream Shine Brighter thing, it's a good place to sit because that's where they all come out, isn't it? Yeah. Then we did Pirates and Phantom Manor before back to the room as it was approaching 30 degrees. After a cool down, it was time for dinner at Planet Hollywood. Would recommend the ribs. As it had just been announced, they are closing in December.
I forgot to put that on the news.
It's closing in December. Back into the park for Big Thunder, Indiana Jones, Pirates again, then watch the beautiful D-Light show and the fireworks with Mickey Bayonet, Nutella, of course. That's a pretty packed day, that, isn't it? You know, people talk about queuing all the time and being stuck not getting to do much. That's a lot of rides in a day. Wednesday, met Stitch first thing, queued for around an hour in 29 degrees, but totally worth it. Caved and brought Premier Access to Crush's Coaster whilst we were in the queue. Then on to Hyperspace Mountain, early lunch at Casey's Corner, then watched the 12:15 Dream and Shine Brighter show, shortened version with no dancing, as you were saying before, because it's so hot. After another cool off at the hotel, we headed to studios for our Crush premiere access and had a magic spot photo taken with Mickey and Walt statue just outside of Studio 1. Headed to Disneyland Park for Stars on Parade and must see. Dinner was at the Rainforest Cafe. I like it there as well.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
I really like it there.
Yeah.
It's pretty atmospheric and nice food. We had fish and chips and pastelaya, I'm going to guess. Both, that's what it says. I'm
going to do this anyway.
Pastelia.
You just, keep it in reserve.
Do you think it's like jambalaya but with pasta in it?
Yeah. Ooh.
Both very nice. Back into Disneyland Park to finish off our trip. We spent the last few hours looking around the Gardens of Wonder and ticking off some of the smaller rides in Fantasyland, such as Carousel, Teacups, and Storybook Boat Ride. Ended our trip with a Mickey and Minnie chocolate lollipop, which are in the photograph. I'm just going to show them Mickey and Minnie lollipops. They're very nice.
Pastelaya is jambalaya made with pasta instead of rice.
Oh, wow. Good guess.
Yeah.
So
They're the lollipops.
Oh,
I think they're just chocolate.
Yeah, just
Block
chocolate
of
lollipops.
chocolate.
yeah, but why is one paler than the other? What's that?
It's lighter chocolate. Oh,
It's very light.
caramel.
But yeah, you were right, Chris. It's pasta made. It's a
Is
jambalaya
it?
made with pasta. Yeah.
There you go. Sarah just put that as well. There you go. That sounds interesting. What was I going to say? Do you know what? When people talk about Fantasyland at the moment and going on Small World isn't part of that, it just makes me a little bit sad.
It's the strangest thing that we found when it was shut last time was you're like, well, something's different. No ticking.
Oh, because you arrived on the first day and it was open and it shut for refurb the second day, didn't it? So you literally got on once on
Yeah,
your
we
first day
did.
there and then that was it.
So we were talking to my mum today because she's coming to Disney with us next year, and we said, Small World shut in Paris, and she looked askance and she says, if I got to Disney and Small World was shut, I would ask for my money back.
Wow. Sarah says chocolate lollies, one white chocolate but pink tinted.
Ah, right. I wondered
can't
if,
tell-
I won-
quite
yeah, I
tell
wondered
that in
if
the
it was
picture.
supposed to be pink.
This was a whistle-stop trip for us, but we'll definitely be back. My partner's first time and my 5th or 6th. Could have done with a third day to do more of the 30th anniversary specific things, if it's of the 30th anniversary specific things and walkthroughs. Spent more time in the shops, etc. But we did everything that was on our to-do list in terms of rides and restaurants. Hopefully back in October for a 3-day trip to see Avengers Campus and tick off some of the little things we didn't get to do this time. And I'll be buying an annual pass thanks to the show. Oh, thanks to the show, as you guys have... Oh, no, that's right. Blah, 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 blah. And I'll be buying an annual pass thanks to the show, as you guys have definitely reignited the Disney magic for me. You're all so passionate about the parks, and it really transfers. Thanks again for all the tips, content, and laughs. See you soon, pals.
I go all coy when they say nice things at the
So
end.
that's Helen and Sarah sent those, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Helen and Sarah.
Thank you, Helen and Sarah, for
So-
great reports there.
I'm getting like, when I hear your trip reports, I'm then getting bucket list items for mine. Like, Hugh, we haven't done Bella Notte. If I've said this before, I'm allergic to tomato, and they sell pizza and lasagna
Yeah.
and little pasta pots, and there's nothing without tomato on it. So we just haven't done. But because it's quite a major quick service that we've never even been in, I think next time you and Bonnie have to have a pizza, and I'll go in and join you, and then we'll go get some chips.
Get a meal deal
and
and you just have the ice cream, have the macaroni.
yeah, or something like
And a
that.
garlic bread.
I'll just sit and. Well, it doesn't
must
matter.
be something else you can have.
I can always just go down the road and get some of those chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets, yeah.
chicken fragments.
Jalapeno popper things.
Very good, very nice.
Just at the beginning of that, I didn't want to ignore it because it was a legitimate question. That bald guy said, "Would you take David Crockett?"
That's his name, by the way.
That's his handle. I'm not being rude. I would never do that.
That's not true. She would do
Said,
that.
would you take David Crockett Ranch over Village Nature? There is a big price jump, or usually there is. I mean, it's very strange with offers and stuff. If it was the same price, basically I would take Village Nature. I think it's a little bit nicer. However, there's caveats. We went without transport to Village Nature, and I wouldn't do that again. The bus ride is a little bit too long and tedious. It's not a shuttle bus. It's an actual local bus that makes stop and people are getting to work with it and stuff. So I wouldn't do that. But if you get a package with Disney and you go in for like If you go in, if
yeah,
you're
we
usually
call
going
them.
for 4 nights, you would get 5-day tickets, wouldn't you?
David Crockett, yeah, you would.
You would
yeah.
get five
or any of the
5-day
hotels.
tickets. But when you go to Village Nature, if you're staying for 4 nights, you get 3 days tickets. So it might seem like a comparable price, but you get fewer tickets. And the reason is you're expected to spend 2 days at the resort doing water sports and miniature golf and jeep rides and stuff like that. Now, if you want a mixed holiday, I would highly recommend it, because we, at the time that we went, we'd been to Disneyland Paris a lot. Bonnie had been a lot. So we wanted to visit our happy place, but we also wanted to try a different type of family holiday. And we did bivouac building, we did adventure trails, we did all this kind of other non-Disney stuff. And for that reason, it's excellent. If I was only interested in visiting the park and it was a like-on-like thing, I would probably choose David Crockett Ranch. That was a long answer. But I think it's an important subject. People will be wondering.
I'm struggling to find anything without tomato on the Bella Notte menu,
know.
except for you can have the chicken salad.
The garlic bread would be all right. I think that goes with it.
Yeah.
Besides.
Garlic butter bread and a chicken salad. You can have that. So we could get you something.
Claire's just said my nan's favourite is Small World, and she was devastated when I told her that it was closed. And then when our DLP trip was cancelled and we booked Walt Disney World instead, she was thrilled that she could go on it. And then she said afterwards, it was the first ride we did in Magic Kingdom. Those moments are why I go back. Her face was the happiest thing you ever did see. Now, I've said before, my dad, when we went on there for the first time, I've got a picture of him because he was sat. Well, he was sat next to me, like you do. But he was just looking in absolute wonderment the whole time around it. And of all those rides and of all that staging and stuff, which because he's a theatre guy, that was what impressed him most. He just absolutely loved it.
I think my mum will cry when she goes on it. And thing is, it's one of my happiest early Disney memories, like going when I was 13 or 14, is me and my mum going on Small World. And at the time they had a gift shop where the Princess Pavilion is at the end of Small World, going through the gift shop and back and riding it, I think 3 times in a row, just without stopping. We both loved it so much. And because we're both dance teachers, we came back and we did our big annual dance show, and we opened the second half with all the juniors, the like 6 to 8s, doing Small World as a tap, and we dressed them all in different national costumes, and it was such a good show that I think my mum, next time she gets to go on, I think she'll just sob the minute she gets on.
Sarah's potted review is we really enjoyed Bella Notte. Low queues and reasonably priced. Hello, Amy's popped in and she says she was at Disneyland Paris last weekend and got hold of the Euro Disney jumper. Wouldn't have known about it if I didn't watch your channel.
Oh, but now...
Love your content.
I'm very jealous, Amy, and I bet you look the absolute bomb in it.
But also that means there's one fewer for you to buy.
Exactly, because I'm really scared. Stuff like that is selling out like hotcakes. And
Can you imagine if you got there and they go, oh, we just sold our last one.
48 days for it not to sell out, and every time I see that somebody's...
Good luck,
do you know...
because the 30th ones are selling out.
Well, yeah, Johnson's Adventures were there last week or the week before, because they put a vlog up, and he's got the creamy coloured 30th Spirit jersey as well. So they're all going out the window. You're not going to get one. They're all going to be all gone.
I watch a theatre YouTube channel that's like West End gossip, like which understudies are going on for who, because I'm into all the West End stuff, and he's called Mickey Joe Theatre, and he was doing an episode on the closing of the Andrew Lloyd Webber Cinderella the other day, and he was wearing the Euro Disney Spirit jersey, and I was like, what? So he must have gone. I think he'd actually been for the Pride event that weekend and he'd just got back, but I was like, it's not a Disney channel, and I watch lots of Disney channels as well, but the fact he was just sitting there wearing it, I was like, oh, I need that jumper.
Darren Dunn's just popped in, or Dunn family just popped in and said hello from Paphos. Interestingly, he was messaging us yesterday showing pictures of tiki glasses that he's trying to steal from the bar that he's staying in.
They were nice ones. Yeah, I've no room for them, but I wanted them all. Yeah, 60, and they also had 64 sleeps until Walt Disney World. Jet setters, I'm telling you, jet setters.
That's
What we like on
That's
we're up,
insane.
aren't we? Time's up, but are we going to talk about weddings?
Oh yeah.
Where are you going to propose?
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm a modern gal, so I suppose that I can propose. I think one of the good things about organising it properly at Disney is you can get a photo pass photographer to go somewhere with you I think, you can organise that for the moment. And I'd see because it's nice to be a little bit private, I'd see if they could get into Skull Rock on the top level or somewhere up in Adventure Isle, I think. Would be nice.
I'd hide it in the lasagna at Colonel Hathie's pizza outpost.
So this is
The
your
wedding ring.
imaginary wife who's not allergic to tomato then?
Oh yeah, this is my next wife.
Okay.
Not
I
my
would just be so mean. Yeah,
not my current wife.
You can have a ring, but you have to break out in hives to get it.
Yeah. Yeah. How much? Yeah.
How much
do you
love
want
me?
this?
It's
How much
such
you want to
a
marry
gauntlet.
this?
Is there anywhere more romantic than on the Doom buggy as you go past the bride looking in the mirror as the phantom's peering
With
through
a
back at her?
yeah, brandishing a knife or whatever she's doing.
It's just staring, isn't it?
Oh, I'm thinking of another one.
I've seen people do it with little boards on ride photos, and quite often the person sat next to them
Ah, that's good.
doesn't know. But then when they all go and look at the ride photo afterwards, there's a little. I think that's
That
quite
is the kind of
quirky one.
creative
Kinda
thing
like
creative thinking that I might possibly do.
It's also
I'd
it's
have
not
that
in,
kind of idea.
it's not embarrassing either. So
Yeah.
if I were, well, I knew this at the time, but if I was to propose to Laura again, she would hate me to do it publicly. She would absolutely hate it. So I wouldn't ever think to do that. But something like that would work because it wouldn't be public, and yet it would be very like it.
Magical by Sarah said he'd do it in the she'd do it in the hot air balloon. That is a very good idea. Someone that's very traditional, and again, not too sort of. You are relatively private up there. I think there was someone earlier, and I can't remember who it is. I'm sorry, that I liked who said in front of the dragon. Now
Yeah.
that does get a bit pushy and shovey in there, unfortunately, but I think the concept of it is a really good idea.
In the queue for the annual pass
Yeah,
office. How about that?
yeah.
I'm trying to find out who that was now because I don't like people not to get credited.
I know, especially when they come up with a good idea. Just raise your hand.
Yeah.
Say that was
Tell us-
me.
Tell us who you were.
That was me. Where else? Have we got any others in there?
Where would I want to be proposed to? Oh, on the parachute drop. How about
What
that?
was
Just as
it?
you
You
go.
say oh,
Mickey Joe Theatre went with Sam for God. I haven't watched her Pride vlog yet. They know each other. That's cool. I love Mickey Joe Theatre. I love him. He's fabulous. I love Sam for God. This is all coming together.
It's just one big happy vlogging family.
The internet is so small. That's what people say about the internet all the time.
Claire-
It's such a small thing.
Claire thinks it was Mark Chester who
Insignificant.
said that before.
It's a good one.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was Mark Chester.
Also known
Yes.
as the mother-in-law. Yeah, that is actually what he said.
Oh,
Okay. Right. Am I wrapping up then? We've got 3 minutes if anyone desperately wants to ask us something. Otherwise, I'm just going to cut you off.
3 minutes, so it's 1:08 now our time.
Cut you off in your prime.
3 minutes. Maybe we should do a 3-minute Walt Disney World report. Cram it into 3
Go on,
minutes.
yeah, do it. Go on, I want to see this.
It were really good. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, I talk a lot when we do those kind of reports, and I'm really interested in what you thought of everything.
You talk you talk a lot, but I also talk a lot. And
You do.
And I'm always trying to. I get kind of overexcited. And I'm like waiting for my turn. And I'm trying to speed you along. I'm going. And then we did this. And then we did this. And then you speak. And then I'm really anxious that I want to speak.
Say it all now.
No, I can't. We're gonna have to save it.
Okay.
Speaking of saving it, we're doing early magic, extra magic time straight after this, as usual for all you Patreon pals over there. I've put the link in the post already, so you should be able to get it. Hopefully, like last week, it'll work. And this is because it's my fault. We were supposed to go and watch Lightyear this week, and these guys did, but I haven't had a chance yet, so I will going to watch it.
Can I just say one thing
On
about Lightyear though? We're all sick of the emotional manipulation of Pixar, and I thought we're going to see a Buzz Lightyear epic thing. We're pretty safe. Still managed to make me cry.
Right, spoiler alert.
Well, that's all I'm saying. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you all very much. Do you know what I never say anymore? I never say make sure you like and subscribe and follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and we've got
Email
a
us
Patreon.
if you've got a trip report, if you've got any
People know
questions
about that.
Really, I know they do. But if you've got questions you want to ask, because the chat's quite hard to keep tabs on. We do our best. But if you want to ask some questions that you want us to answer on the show, email us or send us messages on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and it helps because I can pull it all together. Email address is mailbox@37disneystreet.co.uk, and it's in the description for this, whether you're listening to it on the podcast or you're watching it on YouTube.
Do you know what I mean, though? Every YouTube video now,
Oh, yeah.
we're like, we get it. We know what to do by now. It should be a given that we're liking and subscribing and clicking that bell. Every time someone starts to go into that, a piece of me dies.
Sorry.
And on that note, I've been Lucy. These have been the boys, and good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.